Aha. Aha. Do we have takeoff? Can you guys hear us? It's funny like when I could hear you on X, but no one else. Yeah, that was weird. Can you guys hear us now? All right, fantastic. Oh, good. If you guys want to see what's happening and what I'm showing on my screen, you guys can check it here. If you go here, you'll be able to actually. Is it no sound or yes sound, man? Just please. Early quarter of the day, kind of exactly. Yeah, kind of exactly. I mean, almost, like perfectly to the levels that I had. Even though I don't give exact levels at all in any way whatsoever. I'm no. Yeah, I don't give any levels. I am the no level man. Beta max. That's what you call me, guys. Beta max all the way. So yeah, if you guys wanted to check it out, go here or here. You'll be able to see exactly what's going on. I don't know what's happening with this, and we can go from there. Right now, where we are right now is in pretty much no man's zone, right? We're completely in no man alley. We've come down, tapped the exact level I talked about. It's come back into what we would describe back into the golden pocket, and now it is settling. It is settling in a place where you're just like, bruv, make a decision, right? It's full bruv make a decision type of situation right now, because like where we are right now and what's happening, exactly what's going on. By the way, no, basement guy, no, I'm a basement in the sky type of guy. By the way, if you guys want to see the chat on my screen and what's going on, go here, everything's there. Also follow, like, and subscribe and stuff like that, right? So we're in no man's land right now, and it's decision time. In my humble opinion, I still think this may have some further downside. I'm looking at this 104,628 level, and I'll give you an understanding of why I may see that happening. Look, if we can pass above, and I gave that level as well, if we can pass about this previous high, above this 112,600, even better if we could get above the 113,500. 113,500. If we could break above there and settle there today on the day close, that would be amazing. Then we can start looking at whether it can break this 117,264, right? This level where we are right now is in full-blown precarious mode, right? In the situation, really is up or down. There needs to be a decision. I mean, it sounds like I'm doing a bit of a cop-out, but right now there is no clear direction on of anything that's going through in this moment, especially as you really look at the exchange volume as well. The exchange volume is somewhat oscillating within this band here, right? I don't like it that it's dropping off, which could cause some level of fatigue show some level of fatigue in the market, but I think it's something else, right? I think there's something else that's going on at this present moment, and I would, in my humble opinion, whether you're sitting in the basement or in space, you have the best live you can see. Thank you so much. This is very kind. It's very, very kind. You're making me blush, my man, right? I think that we are eventually only going one way, right? And I'm going to give you some key data points and some really interesting things, again, that you won't see anywhere else, only here, and people who don't come to my live are going to miss out. Especially if you're not seeing my screen, you can check out these two areas here as well. I'm going to remove that. I'm actually going to start streaming on Kick. Apparently someone said Kick's good. Who knows? Maybe you guys can do stuff, right? It's all new to me, Brev, right? Now, we also have to look at the 24-hour liquidations. It's getting less and less and less and less. This means that there is something that's going to happen. There's going to be a move that's going to be happening very, 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 very soon, right? And not only that, if we look at where is this now? Where did I just put this? Why did he just move? Also, if we look at the levels of liquidations that are on the graph right now, it's kind of getting tight. That's what she said, but it's kind of getting tight. When things start getting tight, that's when you know that blow off is about to happen. I heard it differently in my head. Anyway, right? Anyway, right? Jesus. Anyway, right. When things start getting when the levels start, sorry, one sec. When When the level starts getting in a I promise you, I didn't mean it to come out that way. I just, again, I'm sure many guys have said that before as well, right? So we're in this precarious situation right now between these two levels, and as this starts to get closer and closer and closer, we're looking at some type of aggressive move that's going to happen. Now, which way this is going to go, it's super hard to understand, but I am potentially leaning maybe one more dip down, maybe one more dip down. One thing that could be we're so it's not anyway, whatever, right? Maybe one potential thing that gives a chance of this actually being, you know, a chance that this thing can actually not do what I'm saying, right, is that the SPX could potentially take out the midwick of this pump that happened. That's not what I'm looking at. So we could see this is my thing, right? If the S&P 500 breaks its 21-day EMA, and we start going and trying retracing back to try and reclaim this inefficiency wick that's here, then that move from here to here, what percentage of a move is that? Only a 1%. So we'll see what's going to happen right now, right? We'll see what's going to happen, but I would be surprised if this inefficiency wick is not taken out. So a 6380 could be a point where this thing could pull back, and when that pulls back, that could cause this to come back and retest this bottom. If there's 109,655 holds, if it holds strong, right? Strong like you were back in the days when you were like, let's go type of thing, the fourth time, not once in a week type right now. If we're at that level and it holds strong, then we should see higher levels. But I am leaning more towards this rejecting and it starting going down and testing this 104,628 level, right? Another thing that I would like to say is that I still believe this understanding of where we are going to be going is somewhat. I mean, I believe this is what's going to happen. At minimum, I would say that we're going to test the 50% level. At minimum, right? At absolute minimum, we're going to be testing that. And I think that pullback, especially if the S&P 500 starts breaking that 21-day EMA and Bitcoin rejects off this more aggressively and starts to go down, then it could be a potential that we're going to go there. We have to see. We are at real precarious situation. There is no real direction here. It looks good right now. Right now, it looks good. It looks like we could be seen as this being the bottom. But let's see. Right now, there is no real understanding of where it is, and I would be very, very cautious on doing anything right now. Absolutely anything right now, because right now, I will say this. The bulls are heavily defending this 21-day EMA on the weekly, heavily defending it. But you see where it's sitting. It is sitting perfectly at resistance, right? So this thing needs to recover that level and come back and test this level and find it as support. Do a form of a local SR flip with changing the level of resistance into support to move on from there. But I'll say this again. I believe that this is going to go down, and I believe that there's going to be a large move, because if we look at the Bollinger percentile, right? If this thing would load up, you got to load up. No loading up. We'll see what happens. Let that load up. But I will say, look, if we here we go, it's loading up. If we look at the trend line that we have technically broken that trend line, right? We are at the key level of support, and if we look at the Bollinger line here, is that when this prints, can you guys see this? When this prints on this percentage, you guys want to see what it is, by the way. It's just this one, right? You can look up here, MA cross, and you have to remove certain things, but you'll see like BBWP close SMA. Just copy that. Can you see that? I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen. Anyway, I'll put it into, in fact, I'll put it into the chat so you guys can see it, right? Watch this line. Because usually what happens is that when this prints, we see a form of retrace. And then when it comes back down here and tests this 0% line, where it is now, it usually indicates a very large move in the market. One way or another, a large move in the market. And that move, by the way, if anyone here wants to see what I'm looking at, just go to any of one of these and you'll see it. I need to change that. I just don't have time to do all that kind of crap, right? A large move in the market, and we'll see. We'll see. I still think that is the below, and I'm going to explain to you why right now. In fact, let me just bring that up. Sorry, I've just come from a mini staycation, so I'm a bit all over the place right now. Let me just go and look at all this kind of thing now. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this graph. Here we go. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen this graph, right? This graph here is really, really interesting. It's super duper interesting right now because it maps the M2 money supply and aggregates it to where Bitcoin is, right? And what it's showing, and what is really interesting, right, is that if you see the way and the manner in which the M2 money supply and Bitcoin follows it, there is a delay, right? The M2 money supply is way ahead, but Bitcoin follows it in a manner which is delayed. And what this shows, funny enough, and it's been marked out, is that the period between where we are to where we're going to in about a couple of days' time, we're going to see a local top and then a retrace back all the way up until the 10th of September. Now, if we put that onto the to the graph here, where are we right now? Let's put this on the 10th of September here. Right there. I feel like that. What was his name? True Guy now. According to the algorithm, according to the oscillating algorithm, right? What we could see happen is something like this. If this can hold above the previous high, comes up, it could test this, reject, and then come back and test this area. And it shows, according to that graph, where did I put that graph, my friend? Where did it go? Are you guys lit? Everyone's really quiet right now. Is it like popcorn mode? I feel like there's popcorn going on in the background. Are people listening? Is everyone there? Is the stream still working? Can everyone hear me? Is everything good? Everyone good? Happy? Yeah? We good? We good. Just listening to the professor. All right, cool. So there's no paper being thrown around. You are captivating today. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Wow. That's a really lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. Right. So what we're looking at right now is that we could see something on that level because it looks like there's still time for this to move up. Either I feel like it's going to reject here and go back down and test those zones, which works almost in line with where we are and the date that we're looking at, especially according to this, right? I'll put this all into the pro group so you guys can see all of that, and also into the whale group. You see all these charts and you see what's going on, right? If we look and align it in this manner that we're doing right now, where are we right now? Let's do that, right? We can see that there is a potential for further growth, or this growth that we've seen, and it go and tap this underline of the golden pocket could mean that we could start that pullback, right? M2 money supply graph is new. Yeah, I know. I only give good stuff, man. What are you talking about? I only give good stuff, right? This is the way that things work, right? I don't give the stuff that anyone else gives. I give the stuff that no one else knows about and understands, right? Well, most people understand. You guys are all clever, but you know what I mean, right? So it looks like, according to what I said, and according to this, right? I saw a video today that predicted a massive collapse of the market because all digital assets treasury companies like MicroStrategy will not be able to pay back their debts if the market dips a bit. What you get in the pro? The whale group is the whales of Fat Cat, and the pro group you get like market analysis and this and that. But the payment link is not working for some random theory, right? I don't think that. That's just like that's what everyone says all the time, right? Everyone says that. They've been saying that for ages. It could potentially happen, but also remember, Remember one more thing that I showed you. Remember I showed you this. Remember I showed you it's uncanny how things are playing out, right? Uncanny. Let me just line it up properly. There's uncanniness to what's happening right now. There is an uncanny aspect to not only the way the money supply is going, the way that Bitcoin is playing, and the way that S&P 500 cycles that are mapped throughout history predicted this. And also, who else predicted this? Your boy also predicted this. I told you this many, many weeks ago. It's all recorded, right? So it looks like we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Sorry, that was my cat, right? We're almost there, in my opinion, for this thing to really, really start to move in the positive direction. Furthermore, you're gonna like this graph. It's gonna tickle you a little bit, right? It's gonna tickle you guys a little bit. Check this out. Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen this graph? This is gonna be a bit of a little tickle to you guys. So you know that QT hasn't actually ended yet, right? QT hasn't actually ended yet. QT is at a point where it needs to balance its books, and its balance of books is 250 billion. And you know when it's like it's planned. I don't know, but it's like some might say they're doing this on purpose, as if like, you know what I'm saying, right? It's also really interesting, kind of, that this is looking to end by the end of September. So if you can kind of understand where I'm coming, right? Kind of understand where I'm coming is that not only does the market depend and predict that this thing is going to be moving back up through empty money supply, strangely enough, the QT completely ends at the end of September, with them balancing their books, right? And on top of that, right, if we look at the news, I did a video about it just because before I came on. Let me just put this on here 1 second. One second. God. Where's the predictive typing when you need it? There we go. There we go. Right. No. Not only that, the fact that Donald Trump's tariffs, well, some of them have been described as being not. I have to be careful how I say this because I'm on live. Not potentially legal, still out there. There's a chance that it's potentially, has to be revoked. Could mean that when all of this stuff settles all together, there's going to be an absolute massive amount of liquidity coming into the market. Huge. Right? Huge. And this is the thing. If you guys watch my video, I hope you guys watch. You should watch it afterwards. It's hilarious. It made me laugh so hard I was like cracking up so hard. Man, I get it. I saw MicroStrategy. I get it. I'm talking about something. I'm going to talk about MicroStrategy. You don't have to say it 1,000 times. Believe me. All right. So no reason to delay rate cuts anymore. I'm getting there. The only issue with this, because I'm pretty sure most of you guys didn't watch it, only the people that that have the bell on, is that when this is class as being illegal, right? Potentially, I'm not saying it is. It's the court case is still out there, right? The unintended consequence is that the U.S. government now has to pay back those tariff income, and paying that back is a problem because that was supposed to be used to pay back the debt. So if the debt is not going to be paid back, there's a whole bunch of stuff that causes issues, huge issues that could be a problem, right? And markets don't like that. Hence there was this pullback in the S&P 500. Funny enough, right? It's like they want the tariffs to be gone, but they're like, wait 1 second, well, we have to pay money back? Who said that, right? But again, another absolutely amazing amount of coincidence is that because of that, the inflationary pressures that the tariffs give are also gone, which means that in a day of this news coming out, it went up 15%. It's going to be rate cuts. And not only that, if out of some crazy situation that the tariffs are deemed and upheld as being illegal, right? That means that they can't do it without going through through a true process. That's going to take a crazy amount of time. They're going to cut aggressively, constantly, because the only thing that's stopping Powell from cutting was this. So you're going into a situation where QT is going to end. You're going into a situation where M2 money supply is going to be going up, and at the same time, the fears of what could be the inflation pressures of tariff going, and on top of this, someone in the Learn by Alvarez group. By the way, you guys need to join that. I mean, I don't know who isn't on there. There's some really cool things that are going on, and some key eye on the Learn by Alvarez. I mean, I saw it as well, but I'm gonna give you guys the thing, right? And on that, it's very, very interesting that the Federal Reserve is going to be looking at a new payment system, which, if you guys remember from the other time that I talked on the live, it's going to coincide with stable coins being created. This is going to be a stable coin thing, right? Stable coins, wholeheartedly. And that there will then not only we're coming into a scenario, this perfect storm of liquidity and regulations and tariffs going, and new payment structures where it's going to be buying constant amounts of US debt. It's going to get to this insane situation where things are gonna pump, man. Things are gonna pump. I've rested. That's why I'm rested. Right? I had a staycation. We went to a really nice place. You want me to show you where we went to? You guys want to know where we went to? On a side note, you guys want to know where we went to? Anyway, that's the thing. So it's going to go into this perfect scenario, but I still think that we have a pullback. We have a pullback at this initially, and it's going to want to shake people out. And there are some insane things that could potentially happen. I mean, I'll give you one. I mean, let's go through this thing, and I'm going to go to the two interesting ones. These two here that you gotta need to keep an eye on, especially this guy here. This guy here is looking like, in fact, both of them, right? But look, let's look at gold. If you look at gold, it's broken out of that 3,500, right? Which means that there is this fear in the market still. As long as this goes up, we're having some potential problems short term up until these rate cuts and these other things settle down into this perfect storm of liquidity that's going to be coming in, because this is sucking up at the moment. This needs to break down initially for Bitcoin to happen, and then when there's a rate cut, they can both go up. Who cares, right? Because money is going to be flowing into it one way or another, right? We have been shakeouts, yeah, but it's not. Shakeouts are one thing, but after every shakeout, major shakeouts is when you get crazy runs. But look, I will say this: we are in a very what's that? Son of a cheese baker, right? We are up there, right? We're up an amazing run of Bitcoin Bitcoin bull market. We're in a rate cuts and the reverse carry trade unwinding. No, there's no that's been 99% unwound anyway. That was before. Now, we are in an uptrend, right? So there will be a point. I still believe there's one more. I just, in my bones, I feel it. What's coming in one way or other, even if it doesn't necessarily mean for Bitcoin, for alts, definitely it's coming in some form or other, in my humble opinion, and that's what I'm looking at. I just want everyone to understand. Don't listen to me. I'm just a guy in a sky bunker that had a staycation the other day. Anyway, whatever. Okay, cool. All good. All right. That's that situation where it was, and that's where so it could always be all over. It could be the end. I don't think so. It's going to make you feel like it's the end, but I think somewhere between these two values here, most probably the 100. Look, I just want to also explain this. You guys need to understand this, right? This bounce from here doesn't necessarily mean that it's moon and we're going to go to Valhalla levels, 100, 300, 400,000, whatever the numbers. I don't think we ever get to there. I think the absolute maximum we could get to, absolute maximum would be 200,000. Like it would be, if it hits 200,000, I'm going to sell some bit. I'm going to sell some Bitcoin, buy an island. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking at, what was that island? There's a funny island in Dubai being built. What's it called? Pal Jabalili, or whatever it is. Jabalili, or whatever it is. Abaya Jabalili, right? So I might be doing something on that level. But I think that somewhere around here, as I said, if it goes down here, does what I see that showed here, and then breaks this trend line, that movement from there to there could potentially push Bitcoin to 200,000 easily. Easily. That is a astronomical move. I mean, truly astronomical move for that to go from there to there. It would be massive, right? Now, where are we looking at now? Look, if we look at USDT dominance, also, I mean, I don't want to say I'm good at, like, it sounds like a great recipe for everything in lines. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? There'll always be curveballs. You just have to adjust accordingly. That's why holding one singular understanding in one direction is not always the best thing to have. You see and adjust and understand what's going on. Again, I mean, I said that it would probably test the 4.62. And I mean, how close was I? I'm curious. I need to adjust on my levels, man. Like, I can't, like, I'm always 0.14% off. I need to get a bit better. I'm failing you guys, man. I mean, a 0.1%. God, I need to work harder. So that rejection from there could describe this thing to go further down. But again, we're in full blown. You already bet it. Thank you, sir. We will take it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But where we're sitting right now is, again, decision point. Does this hold support in this trend line that's building here? Does that hold support and then actually go up and build on what I was saying, where this then rejects from here and then goes down to those areas where in which USDT dominance will most probably test these upper levels again? Possible? Or does it break this trend line and we start to see what will be the potential move? We are in no man's land right now. There is no real direction at this present moment. There's no real direction. So let's see what happens. Watch it carefully. Be very, 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 very careful on any type of leverage. If you're going to do something on that level, these markets are looking for liquidity right now, right? Be careful. Very, very careful. If you look at USDT dominance, again, it's just chopping in this range. It's just chopping. There's no real clear understanding of where this will go. But again, a perfect rejection of the 50% level. I've said it many times. The 50% level is super duper important. Can you talk about XRP price with an ETF, please? I have something really interesting for you, XRP guys. I have something unbelievable for you, XRP guys, that I'm going to say this to you now, right? So far, I've been giving you guys some really, really awesome stuff. I'm going to talk about one thing, and I'm going to talk about something else as well, right? Are you still bullish on Epic? I think Epic's going to do well. I do think what they're doing is crazy. It's just market pulling back. You know what I mean? This is always the case with these type of things. Anyway, I'll have a look at all this kind of stuff. I'll talk about it after I go through this. Now, where this is sitting is, again, no man's land. A big move is coming. But it rejecting of the 50% is great, right? That's a good sign. It could go a further downside movement. But let's see. If these things start happening and things pulling back, then we have I see this thing breaking and testing the bottom of this golden pocket again. I would not be surprised if that doesn't happen. But again, we have to see. We have to wait. Right now, no clear direction. What is good, though, is the total 3 is holding beautifully, right? It's holding in a really nice little cluster here. And that's mainly because of these two gentlemen in the red here. This is looking absolutely... Okay, we'll get to that, right? We look at total market cap as well. Again, it's looking good. It doesn't look terrible. It's looking good, but there is a high chance that if this rejects off this point, this 3.58 trading level is there. I'm preparing you guys so you don't, in tomorrow's live, they'll be like, bro, is it over? Is it over? Is it over? Because I suspect that those type of messages is going to be happening for sure. 100%, right? Again, if anyone wants to see what's on the screen, you guys can check it here and there and you can see what's going on, right? That's that situation. Now, to the two big boys that are going on. Ethereum, I read this really interesting. What are you going to say about XRP? I'm going to talk about XRP. Ethereum, I'll say this, right? Your information is insanely good to a level of on Google, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. If this pulls back, right? If this pulls back, if Bitcoin pulls back and pulls the market down with it, because it's usually the case, SPX pulls back, Bitcoin pulls back, and then everything else pulls back with it, right? I'm going to give a level, right? If this goes down here, I am buying as much as I can. I'm genuinely, like, there's no other way to do it, because about the 3,200 level. There is a possibility that it could go down here. I don't think so. I've got a feeling it's going to go down to the 3,006. But anywhere here, I will be buying astronomical numbers of Ethereum. Because the more I think about it, the more I think about what this market is changing into, the more I think Ethereum is going to be at least as valuable as Bitcoin. At least. Genuinely. It might even surpass the value of Bitcoin. Genuinely. Because if you think about it, what I said last time, the whole basis of stable coins are going to be set on Ethereum. All of it is going to be done on that. So if you think about it that way, yeah, Bitcoin is a great store of value, and its potential return and growth and all that kind of stuff is going to be a massive dump of money into it. But we're talking about a network that the whole financial system is going to be running on. The new financial system is going to be running on. And I think if this pulls back to this level, I don't think we'll ever see those numbers. It will be like this level. We're talking about these type of moves. There's an estimate that came out that it was going to be like 60,000. Someone was talking about 60,000. I don't think 60,000. But 15,000 is something that's definitely possible for this. Look, we're here and there isn't a stable coin at it. Can it handle it? Definitely. Ethereum, you guys don't understand, right? The reason why Ethereum is expensive is because not enough people are using it. This is how wild Ethereum is. Ethereum is one of those it's the most decentralized chain out there, apart from Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is not a chain, right? So Ethereum is the operating program, and Bitcoin is an empty phone. It's the best way to describe it. And so everything is going to be running off this one way or another. And this thing is going to go, in my opinion, parabolic. If we get that pullback, I'm loading up. Because I don't think we'll see these numbers ever again. Genuinely. I would be surprised. I mean, we're not going to be getting massive returns. I don't think you're looking at on that time. But I think that this thing is going to go absolutely parabolic. Once stable coins start to really ramp up, when they start to actually get launched and you start seeing everyday names start launching stable coins, this thing is going to go absolutely ridiculous. Not even the bet. I don't see it. I don't see it because this Ethereum, it's like saying this, right? Why would stable coins affect the bear market? Ask yourself that question. Do stable coins have bear and bull markets? Are people if once I don't know, Costco when Costco comes and says, okay, now we have a stable coin, are people going to not use it? Is there going to be a period where it's going to be like, oh no, it's the bull market, so I'm going to use the Costco stable coin? No. It's got to be insanity, in my humble opinion. We'll see. Could be wrong. This thing could be over. It's crypto. Who knows? Who knows? Understand what's going on? Another one, right? Because I was just going through the charts and I'm just looking at this going, okay, do we need to adjust this a little bit? We need to start doing silly things like that, and then start doing really silly things. If you want to see some real silly things, right? If you want to see some, I mean, look, okay, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but Brev, this looks like a cup and handle, right? This looks like a cup and handle, and when that breakout happens, which technically it has, right? If you're being okay, did that wrong. If we're being somewhat pedantic about it, the breakout is $531 Solana. Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, and things, and if you think in any way whatsoever that Solana doing this is not going to affect Solana chain, especially meme coins, you would be silly thinking that. Most definitely. But again, just want to warn you guys. I'm going to warn you guys, right? That I still think that there could be a pullback here. There's still a possibility. Yeah, things are looking. See, but the thing I want to tell everyone about this, right, is that I'm looking long term. After September, please, everyone understand that, because you guys have astronomically short memories. Like tomorrow, when things are heke, you might be thinking something completely different. You know what I mean? So just have a look and understand what's going on. When is the Dreamcash? I don't know. When I know that, it will happen. Right? You guys will all understand about it. Who knows? No one knows about these type of things. It's just been confirmed that's going to be happening. It's not in my hand. It's not my project. I mean, not soon, but it's going to be. It will after September. What? You came in last ages, man. Look, if you follow these things, you'll be able to watch my what I've been saying before, and you can see it. You can see all the levels and what's going on. Thank God for Alvaro. Nah, don't say that. Oh God, I don't think. 1 second. Let me just sort this out. The thing is, I am so busy. It is out of this world. Fruit looks juicy long term. That's the thing. That's the thing I want everyone to really understand. It is. We're almost there. In my opinion, we're almost there. And the thing is, I've been talking about it. You know how I am. I go through. I say it how it is. People keep saying, "Well, you're flip flopping." I'm not flip flopping. What do you mean? There's no sound. Is there no sound? Hello. Sound is back. Okay, good. It's technology, brev. It's technology, brev. What are you talking about? We're in the AI age. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking. AI is talking. It's lagging, but you good now. Thanks, man. Thanks. Thank you very much. Now, one thing. Let's get on to some Is it lagging? Don't say this to me, bruv. Don't say it, man. I'm so tired of this. It's all good. Okay, cool. One more thing I will say, right? And this is the thing that I'm doing and what I'm thinking so carefully, and what you guys all you need to understand. And this is what's really, really interesting. I've talked about Stargate before, right? I've talked about it. This thing is falling on a daily basis, right? It's falling on a daily basis. The amount of rewards you get on a daily basis, I've staked it. If we're looking for over like a month or two, this is paid weekly, by the way, this kind of stuff. 90% of rate cuts. Yeah, easy. I've never had a question of a rate cut throughout this whole period. Everyone jumped left, right, and center. I've never had a question of a rate cut throughout this. I knew it was going to happen. In fact, he said the exact words I said. I said he's got to forego inflation for jobs, and that's exactly what he did, right? Now, so I've staked my tokens. Weekly, they pay you return. And not only that, you guys need to understand this, right? You guys need to understand this. What you need to understand is that the more staking happens, the more TVL increases. The more TVL increases, when this thing moves, it's going to move like an absolute rocket. So check this out. Check out Stargate. Understand what this is. Really research it, because it really is to your benefit. There's nothing else that is here. We're talking about a multi-$100 million chain that's giving you this. And tomorrow, I'm going to give you something for XRP. Because, I just thought about it this way, right? I'm thinking about it this way now. Throughout all this times that I've been talking, I'm only now giving you guys really cool things that only benefit you. It's only benefits. I don't talk about anything on that level. Unless it's going to benefit you, I'm going to try and stay clear about talking about those kind of things here. And there's something coming for XRP people. They're going to like it, all right? They're going to like it. Because I was talking about it, going, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I bought some XRP. But don't tell anyone, right? So that's that situation. Now, if we talk about Fat Cat, right? First things first, we're holding exceptionally well for this period. You see the numbers and the levels that Solana is going to do. Every which way that thing is going to go up. In my humble opinion, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just knowing what's happening. I would say, because I don't want to say anything until we have everything 100%. Because what I'm trying to do is pretty insane, right? It looks like by Monday, we should have some level of news about what I'm trying to do. And when I say this thing is going to be a game changer, I'm telling you, man, because the thing is, like, right now, everyone is short-minded, right? So everyone's like, oh, it's doing this, everything's having problems, all this kind of stuff. In fact, I'll put the link into the chat for the Stargate one. What I'm trying to do is extremely difficult. And all I will say is that I know it's possible. I know it's happening because I'm using it right now. I paid for my staycation with it. And you will understand what I'm talking about, right? You'll understand what I'm talking about. And you see what it is when it comes out. So I have no worries on that side. None whatsoever. None. You'll see when it happens. I'm just trying to make sure that it works away before saying anything, because I don't like anyway, whatever, that's the thing. Tell us about XRP. Today I'm on a night shift tomorrow. All right. I'm going to give you tomorrow I'll give you an understanding of what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be giving you a way that you could look, you're holding XRP, right? I'm going to give you a way to make XRP from your XRP. And not only that, just so you understand, I just want to make sure who he is. I'll show you who he is, so you understand who it is. Your XRP people are gonna your loins are going to be wobbling in a second. 1 second. Just to make sure it doesn't pop up on that screen. Okay, cool. Thanks. Thanks, LinkedIn. Thanks for not working. 1 second. All right, okay. I'm going to show you someone. Check this out. I'm not going to say his name. Okay, so the guy that's going to be coming on our live used to be on the original XRP team, an exec from the XRP team that is going to give you a way to get XRP from your XRP. Yeah? You guys happy? Does that make you happy? Is that enough to make you guys happy? And the thing that is going to be happening soon is that I'm going to be talking about why he's going to be coming on board and what's going to be coming. And you guys are going to be the first to get it. So where I am right now, and what I'm doing right now is that people faded the level of contacts and my level in the industry. So I was like, you know what? Fine. Here we go. Let me try and get you guys from some of the biggest chains out there. I think we did veChain. I think we did what was it called? Hyperliquid, and now we're doing XRP. Is that enough? I don't know if that's a. I think that's a. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. I will trade news for 1,000 followers on YouTube. Let's do that. I need 150 more followers. There's 150 people here. Please do that. You've seen Jam's lately because Bitcoin below 100k by 1st October. If he doesn't, he deletes his TikTok. Whatever. If he wants to do that, he can do that. Why do I care about what he's... Whatever. Cool. Do you think he's going to do it if it happens? Do you think he's going to do it? He'll find some other reason or something like that. Whatever. I also did Solana. Very curious now. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah, of course, man. You guys are all I'm here to give as much as I can. That's how it works, right? I will do that, YouTube. That's it. Give as much as... All I want from you guys is to watch my videos all the way through, to like it, to absorb what I'm saying, and just follow me on the tube. That's it. That's all I want. That's it. I don't want much from you guys. There's no... I mean, if you want some extra bits of news, there's also the pro group, but the pro group payment link is growing, so I don't know if I'm going to do that at the moment if you want to go there. I didn't quote John because to be because I just want your opinion. I trust you more. Look, possibility. Is there a possibility that Bitcoin can potentially wick below the 100,000? Could be, yeah. We could see a aggressive pullback. As I said, the two levels are here. My one is 100,941. The other one is 104,628. Could it go wick down to here and then go back up? Yeah, it could definitely do that. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. I would be extremely surprised. I mean, and the thing, did he give it a time scale? I'm curious. I don't think he'll ever give it. Eventually, there'll be a point it'll happen. Anyway, whatever. It's so good. That's the situation, right? Just follow the YouTube. Thank you so much, right? Appreciate it. I mean, like, there's always almost over like 700-800 people that watch me on my lives on X. So it'd be kind of you guys to go and follow. In fact, let me drop the link down for you guys to follow me on the tube as well. It means a lot because I want to start a podcast, and I'm going to start bringing these people onto my podcast. You know, do it properly, do it the right way, get the right individuals, and you can actually hear it from the horse's mouth, the real people, and see and understand what they're saying, understand what's going on, and know the real things, rather than just following idiots out there that just say random crap. That's it. Let me put this into the chitty chat. Okay, let's put that there. Set there. Okay, that's my channel, man. That's my channel. Where is 5 million? What do you mean? What? Anyway, that's that situation. Cool. Get Michael Saylor on. I'm pretty sure I could if I wanted to. But he won't go onto channels that are small. This is the problem. This is the issue with it. I can most probably get him, genuinely. But I need to have that following. I need to get... The thing with YouTube is that you have to get that constant growth and constant aspect to it, which is coming. My studio's coming soon. So right, I'm going to be doing a studio to go in that way. Yeah, if you want to get into the Fat Cat World Group, it's 5 million tokens and it's an automatic. You just go through the website and it gets you in. Been about 8 weeks since I've seen any Alvarez video. Algorithm took you away. Glad you're back. Really? 8 weeks. I've been doing it daily. Daily. According to Elliott Waves, there's a chance of 60k Bitcoin after this top. Okay. Could be. I don't know. I would be surprised if it gets down to 60k. Something mad would have to happen for that to happen. Price predictions, Fat Cat up. What's you? I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it because it's there's some big names going on in it, and you guys aren't gonna believe me. Yeah, in the Fat Cat Whale group. Chainlink, please. You want me to look at the link? Chainlink's got to be absolutely insane as well. All of these, like, if things go into the direction that I'm expecting it to go. Yeah, let's look at the link. Let's look at the link. I mean, like, if I looked at this graph and didn't look at the general market condition, I would say that's a long to me. But I will say this, right? I will say this. It has swept the Monday high. It swept the Monday low and swept the Monday high. That's so hard. One second. It's so hard. That's what she said. I can't help it. I kind of feel like bringing out a t-shirt that says that. What do you think of a MicroStrategy? We'll see. I would be cautious of MicroStrategy at this present moment. What's your timeline for these things to go into the direction you anticipate? What's your timeline? See, look, I want everyone to really understand this, right? And I want everyone to really, really get to what I'm saying. I would, in these moments where things are a bit boring, when things are a bit boring, right? I would try and understand what your goals are, understand what your time span is, and understand what you think this market in a greater understanding is going to do. I say stay cautious on MicroStrategy is because I feel that Bitcoin might pull back, and when that does, MicroStrategy it buys, but it doesn't become, how can I say, too profitable. It's the best way to put it. Cutting is a sign of Sol at 500. I mean, you see the numbers, man. It looks. I'm not saying now. I'm not saying anything at the moment. For that to also, you need to understand. For that to happen, Sol needs to break in between these two numbers, 250, 252, and 267. If it can break between there, moon is the number we're going to go to. Hoping to be mostly out by Christmas, maybe not by that time scale. Depends what you're in. If you're hoping to be at that by Christmas, depending on when you enter them, I would generally, I would think that you'd be in a good position by then to do something on that level. That's the thing. But certain things, look at Crow. Let's look at Crow. Certain things, in my humble opinion, I'm going to have trouble. I will take profits, but I'm going to have trouble, I'm going to have trouble selling it because I just can see the future. Where is this? Let's look at OKX. Where did that go? Nice. This is mainly because of the investment into them. Look, I mean, ooh, you see, I mean, I just need to make this a bit cleaner, obviously. Where is this? There we go. You see the importance of that 50% level. I mean, like if we like, to me this looks like it's going to go. Like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, right? I don't want to say these things because the graph looks really good. I don't want to say it. It looks like if I was, but it's hard. It's hard to say. I would look at key support levels because look, I will say this. Usually, when we get a candle of this level, right? I want everyone to understand this as well. Oh, it's already done the 50%. Cool. Yeah, it usually retraces back to the 50% level, which it's done, right? So this could continue on. So hard. I mean, if I was to do this, this would be a buy for me. If I was to look at this right now, if I was to look at this graph, I'd be like, yeah, I'll be buying this. I mean, not only has it tapped the 55 day, it's reclaimed the 21-day EMA, and not only that, it's above the 50% level that it's reclaimed back above. To me, this looks like it's gonna go, but there is a big but, and I cannot hide. You know, some might like it, but you know, this is worrying me. That's all. We'll see. I can't make any look, I would not make any decisions, any type of plays on this stuff right now until this makes a decision. Until Bitcoin makes a decision, I'm not touching anything right now. Because it really is 50-50. World Liberty Finance. Look, I'm going to talk about World Liberty Finance, and I'll say this again, right? I said it many, like, I keep saying, you guys just keep doing the silly things. You were the exit liquidity, guys. That's what they wanted. And you're the exit liquidity to them for one particular reason. Because they don't care about World Liberty Finance. They care about USDT1 or USD1, their stable coin. That's what they care about. They don't care about World Liberty Finance. They'll keep it running, right? But what that situation is, what they're going to do, and I gave it to you guys. I mean, like I've told you, just have to connect the dots, guys. Look, I'll leave it with this, and then I'll go from there. You just have to connect the dots. Connect it. I'll just leave it here. Connect the dots. If they now have $5 to $6 billion that they're going to be playing around with, and the guy is literally the leader of the country that is doing a stablecoin act and going to be bringing that forward, and Tether is one of the largest owners of the US debt, what is stablecoins going to do? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if that stablecoin part of World Liberty Finance is not going to be worth 300 billion. I would not be surprised. He is going to run everything through that. They are going to buy ungodly amounts of US debt. That's what I'm going to say about World Liberty Finance. You're looking in the wrong direction, man. I would, if I were you guys, right, I would look at protocols or projects that do things with their stable coin. Either rent it, either loan against it, either develop it, either do some sort of fintech aspect with that stable coin. That's what I would be looking at. RWA, anything on that level, that's what I would be looking at. You look at the things that it affects rather than the thing that they're trying to show you. It's bait and switch. I mean, this is the thing. It's so obvious it was going to pull back. It's so obvious. The guys did a pre-sale for billions of dollars. What do you think they're going to do with that money? Keep it? They're all looking to make money, right? They're not that just like play around with it. Or like, yeah, bruv, yeah, I put some money in there. No, I'm not going to sell and make money. No. Trump family is trying to do what JP Morgan and the rest did 200 years ago, but on the new. Yeah. This is all planned. This is a plan that's moving forward perfectly. I'm kind of jealous. I want to own a stable coin. Buy some of that debt. Buy some of that debt. And then be like, oh, buddy with my friend Trump. Yo, what's up? Buy some debt. Take me to dinner. Tell me how things are beautiful. And then it was you who did everything. Yeah. All right. Cool. Look, that's my humble opinion. That's my little bit of a show Check out the channels. Check out Learn My Alvarez. Check out the pro groups and everything else. I'm telling you, don't fade Fat Cat. It's gonna be absolute insanity when that happens. And then we will go from there. Yeah, you guys are incredible, amazing. If there's no other last question you guys want to ask, anyone that spans, I will never answer their question ever again, just so everyone understands that. Have you heard about Polkadot new update 2.0? Do you think it can bring dot back to? I think everything's going to be perfectly fine when liquidity comes back into the market. That's the thing you guys need to understand. That's it. Understand that. Know what I said. Watch the recordings if you want to check all the recordings here. Get this to 1,000. I'm only asking. It's like 150 of you guys, man. It's not going to be the end of the world, honestly. And you can see all these things. You can record it. You can go from there. All right. Okay, guys. I am going to love you and leave you. You guys have been incredible. I hope you had some fun, laughs, and Lambos. When Lambo, that's what she said. T-shirts are coming. And I'll catch you guys later. All right. Peace, love, affection, and all that kind of stuff. Take care. Take care, guys. Take care. All right. I'll switch that off. And to you guys, take care as well. Again, absolute pleasure. For all you guys on X, check out my YouTube. Make sure you do that. I want to start this podcast as soon as possible. We're going to be renting out a studio and getting like some key players in, like heads of Solana, heads of XRP. All of my friends are going to be going on there to have a chat on that side. Yeah. Okay, guys. Love, affection, all that stuff.